Hello, my YouTube family. This is your wake-up call. The Black Friday reality. As people make their final preparations for their Black Friday game plan, we should stop and think for a moment. Just how much money are we spending collectively during Black Friday's so-called sales? This is the day when retailers all over the world offer ridiculous discounts for a wide range of consumer goods for the specific purpose of revealing how easy it is to control human beings with careful, misleading advertising. Unfortunately, this practice often reveals the collective stupidity of humanity. Sales can start as early as 5 a.m., driving consumers to sleep outside the stores to get as many products as possible while stocks last. I don't see the logic of losing sleep so I can lose money. I'm warning you ahead of time. If I see you struggling to put a 75-inch TV in a small vehicle or convertible, I'm setting up a chair with food and I'm going to watch you like a sitcom. Here are some things to keep in mind since many of you will not pay attention to this video or even watch it all the way through. Black Friday sales are usually on older models and are often the same deal as last year. You rarely ever need to be there when the store opens because the sales kind of last all day. Sometimes stores increase the normal price of an item before the holidays to make the discount seem deeper. Some items are made specifically for Black Friday and are of lower quality. If you want Thanksgiving back, stop feeding the greedy retailers and shopping on Thanksgiving. They only do it because you are taught to be obedient and shop till you drop. For all of you participating in this marathon, I hope you trained. Let's look at some examples of the retail zombie apocalypse.
Everyone gonna get the thing. Okay, 5 minutes.
So let's briefly overview the Black Friday OS, or origin story, because there are a few of them. Story number 1 states, the first recorded use of the term Black Friday was applied not to holiday shopping, but to the financial crisis, specifically the crash of the U.S. gold market on September 24, 1869. Story number 2 states, back in the 1800s, Southern plantation owners could buy slaves at a discount on the day after Thanksgiving. Story number 3 states, after an entire year of operating at a loss, which is in the red, stores would supposedly earn a profit, which means they went into the black, on the day after Thanksgiving because holiday shoppers blew so much money on discounted merchandise. And story number 4 states, back in the 1950s, police in the city of Philadelphia used the term to describe the chaos that ensued on the day after Thanksgiving when hordes of suburban shoppers and tourists flooded into the city in advance of the big Army-Navy football game held on that Saturday every year. Now, I don't know which one of those stories you guys want to believe. Doing the research was tedious because all 4 stories are prominent on the internet. So we may never know. I'm sure that there are some documents out there that point to exactly what the origin is, but I was not about to spend all that time on trying to get this video ready. With so many stories out there, it's no wonder we are confused and have differing opinions about how this de-evolution of humanity occurred. The purpose of this episode is a little deeper than just the title. Those of you who know me are already expecting the many levels of complexity to show up. Well, let's get into it. Let's start with this. Since 2010, there have been 12 Black Friday-related deaths and 117 injuries because of shopping. I have a spreadsheet listing each incident. Numbers don't lie, and like I always say, follow the money, find the corruption. This shopping frenzy is nothing more than retailers and advertisers preying on consumers and using their significant advertising power to bleed your money away from you. Of course, consumers have to show some restraint and be in control of their own decisions. We can't blame the retailers. They inherently are driven by money, excessive greed, and really do not have any compassion for the human, whether that be the customers or their own employees. Having said that, look at how much money we've given to the retailers since 2002. To put that into perspective, let's look at some other numbers. These are automobile repos since 2012. These are mortgage foreclosures within that same time frame. Now look at this. ShopAdvisor did a study in 2014 in which it examined 6,000 products, only to discover the average savings on a Black Friday deal was less than 5%. For comparison, the average discount was 17.5% on December 18th. Do you really believe that an industry driven only by making more money is going to help you save money? Seriously, this is common sense. Do you know what can fix this? Shop all year, a little bit at a time. On top of all this, some people who used credit cards last year or in 2017 are still paying those debts off and will still use credit cards again this year. Limitations are more important than shopping without stopping. People are always quick to complain about not having money to pay bills or shop. Look at this. Americans are expected to spend approximately $87 billion on Black Friday. When you look at the numbers I presented, many of us could pay off bills that are keeping us enslaved to corporate America. Approximately 53% of Black Friday shoppers later regret their purchases. The formula is simple. Work like hell to pay down as much debt as possible until you are debt-free, then you will be released from financial prison. Don't fall into the trap of, you need to have credit in America. If you remain in debt, how will your credit improve? Then with debt eliminated, you can buy your gifts cash without incurring additional debt. Let me ask you this. Why do you need a smartphone that costs more than $1,000? Look, there's way too much here for me to continue the video because it would end up being way too long. But links are in the description to a lot of what I discussed here. This has been your wake-up call. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Click the notification bell so you will be notified when we upload new videos. Find the Awakening Frequency on Twitter and Instagram and also Facebook. We are the Awakening Frequency. Out of the millions of potential subscribers, we just want to reach one so each one can teach one. Peace.